You're talking to us from New York, one of the places that was worst hit by the pandemic. You're also speaking to us from a country that touts its democratic values. How has the pandemic impacted that idea of democracy?
Well, the issue of the impact on democracy, I would quote Walter Russell Mead in the Wall Street Journal, who called this a global political pandemic. He said there are two pandemics. One is the COVID-19 and the political pandemic, which is in line with what the Secretary General is saying, is a decline of democratic institutions. But I would say very specifically that if it's the United Nations calling out the need for addressing the impact of COVID-19, they should start at the United Nations and the WHO, which as global institutions failed miserably in dealing with these issues. And what we ended up was a hodgepodge of states desperately trying to deal with this issue and the the issue of human rights and the things that you're talking about, democracy, fell by the wayside at the same time as the public diminished in its trust and belief in these democratic institutions, both domestically and internationally. So I like this global political pandemic idea of Walter Russell Mead. I think it's very apt and very descriptive of a problem that the entire world is facing, both in the domestic institutions, but also in the international institutions, needing to address and help the world and deal with these issues. We have a woefully problematic